Entrepreneurs, listen up. If you're wearing that marketing hat, we got all the answers for you today.
I know. Karen Carr-Crawford is with us today from Small Business Builders, and you have some great tips for us on how to market a small business.
Absolutely, absolutely. I hope I can, lend a bit of advice this morning. But one of the things I want to talk about specifically is branding, and
That's very important.
Yeah. Branding is something that most people kind of have a different opinion about in terms of what it really means. And branding is not something you just kind of go out and get and buy. They say, "When I get my brand," I hear that all the time with small business owners, like it's something they can go acquire. And I have to kind of re-educate them and tell them that branding is something that evolves. It's not just the imagery and the graphics and the taglines. It is a brand. Those are brand elements. But branding is really something that kind of has to be built for a small business owner, and there are four key things I think you need to know when you're branding your business. And one of the first things is why are we in business? What are our core values? What is our mission? What is our vision? They've got to really identify.
Who do you serve?
Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely. Really identify what that means to them, other than just being in business to make money. I mean, it's clear we all need to make money, obviously to live, but you've got to have your core values kind of identified before you start talking about what that imagery
Part of your
looks.
business plan.
Absolutely. So these are things you can do easily. You don't have to have a big budget to do that kind of stuff. You can identify that kind of information with a core team, with your employees, with your business advisors, mentors, any of that. So that's always good. The next thing is, think about who our ideal customer is. What do our customers look like? How are they defined? What do they look like psychographically?
Like
their age, their demographics, and how are we going to be able to reach them? What are those engagement strategies? So that's a piece of the branding pie. The other most critical piece is how are we positioned in the marketplace? Are we a high-end kind of business operation? Are we catering to more of a mass market? Just what are we doing?
Service-oriented versus
Absolutely,
e-commerce or-
absolutely.
Sale on volumes.
There you go.
have big words.
Yeah, he's
Volume
good.
is small.
So that's something else that we need to think about when we're talking about actually creating a brand. And I think one of the most important and critical things that I help business owners with in terms of fleshing out is what is your kind of your sweet spot? What's your niche? What are you doing differently than anybody else in the marketplace that you can capture, that you can really push, that you can sell?
And you build on that.
You build on that. So these are things that I really try to help people frame when they start a business. So I think if you can get those four elements kind of flushed out, I think you're good to go. And you have to keep in mind that brands evolve. The brand is not the imagery. Brands evolve, so you can start out one way and then you kind of see the market shift, or you see the industry shift.
It's
so
pivoting.
Things change. Absolutely, yeah, it pivots.
So do you see people rapidly changing their mind and they're going back and forth like ping pong balls? I would imagine that's not good either.
Yeah, it's not good. And I think, as they start to work, they see things shift for them, and what their interests are begin to shift as they start to kind of make business happen for themselves, particularly now when people are still being downsized and they start thinking about, what they want to do to keep their livelihood, their lifestyles moving forward. So they start to shift. And, what I tell folks is just get something very plain and simple up and going, just to kind of get yourself out there, make sure it's clean and that it looks good. And
MVP, isn't that what we call it?
MVP.
MVP. That's what is it? Major viable products.
you don't
gotta
know
get. You
either.
gotta get. No, I don't know.
Okay,
You're getting
I'll
the
take that.
basics done. You're getting all the basics.
Absolutely. You got to just get the foundation, and the brand evolves. It's not something that you plaster up with an image and tag and all that other stuff. I really have to get people to, I did a tweet chat a couple of months back where I called it debunking the brand myth. It's more than just imagery and what we see. We have to create the brand more so it has to be an all-comprehensive piece. So, you look at Starbucks, you look at Target, think about those brands. We don't just think about their imagery. We think about what they offer us in terms of customer service, quality products, the things that come with those brands, and how they get us to spend our money on their products or services. So it's all great. Yeah.
That's good.
Karen Carr-Crawford, thank you very much for being with us today. And
Yes,
we
great.
really appreciate that. And
Great.
a little insight on small business.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Very good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So coming up next, we got a taste of sunrise.
Yeah, we have something wonderful and yummy being made by little green forks.